Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Janet Yung, and in my channel I share about Feng Shui, Bazi, entrepreneurship, as well as the topics on personal growth like communication, leadership, as well as motivation. And in today's episode, I will be sharing about the 2021 forecast for the last pairing of the dog as well as the pig. If you'd like to find out more on what's in store for them in the year 2021, let's proceed on to the next segment. As usual, it's good to download your Bazi chart from bazicalculator.janetyong.com, or you can scan the QR code as shown on this slide to get your Bazi chart. And in each of our chart, you can see there can be basically up to 4 animal horoscopes within our chart, not just based on the year, because you have the year of birth, animal, the month of birth, animal, the day of birth, animal, and the hour of birth, animal. If you are just looking at your year of birth, you are just looking at 1 out of 8 of the entire chart in your Bazi. What is Bazi? Bazi is just a Chinese translation of our birth chart that is represented by the different animal signs. So if you'd like to find out more on all this, please click on the link that I'm showing here so that you can watch the 2021 general forecast where I talk a little bit more about what these different animal horoscopes represent in our chart. Here, I will just roughly go through with you. The year generally represents basically the experiences and our perception of the bigger industry environment, our bigger company environment, as well as our social circle of friends. And the animal within the month basically really talks about our career luck for the year, our experiences or relationship with our immediate boss, our parents, our immediate department environment within our charts. As well as if you are looking at the animal within the day, is really talking about the experiences and relationship with our spouse, with our peers, with our siblings, or if you are in a business, with your partners. And the hour generally represents our relationship with our children, our subordinates. It also represents our aspirations and our actions. Like I said earlier, you can refer to my 2021 general forecast video where I discuss more about this. Time really flies, and this is basically the last pairing that I'm sharing today. And in the first of the last pairing, we have those born in the year of the dog. And those born in the year of the dog also comes in the best category in the 2021 animal horoscope race. They came in third, and let's take a look at what stars they have within their charts. They have what we call the fortune virtue star, the prosperity star, as well as the star of benevolence. Wow, these stars are great for getting basically nobleman help, as well as whenever you meet with problems, somehow or other you have someone coming in to aid you, to help you resolve your issues. And you have the prosperity star as well. So it's a great year for those with a dog in their charts, but let's look at what are the different perspectives later on. However, we are also looking at some of the negative stars, for example like the conniving star, the solitary star, the lonesome star. Generally, what some of these stars will mean is conniving is usually about backstabbing, maybe having not that great relationships with other people. But if you look at actually lonesome and solitary, so what it's trying to tell you is even though you might be having a great year, you might be having a great career, you need time to yourself to basically reflect as well as think about what have you learned through the year and how can you take the lessons from the year to move forward. So it's not really that bad a star if you look at it. All of us will need time in order for us to learn to basically take a step back and reflect most of the time. Now let's take a look at what it means by having the dog in the various different pillars. If the dog is within the year, like I mentioned earlier on, what it is basically the helpful people, the noblemen will actually be within your social circle of friends. So be ready to reach out for help whenever you actually hit with maybe some hurdles or you need aid in terms of moving your career a bit forward. If you have the dog within the month, then it's great news for you because prosperity and noblemen will come from the career perspective, or if you are in your own business, then it will come from your clients. So remember to just take a step and basically just ask either for help, for the extra business, but do remember to actually build the relationship and not just go straight in for the sale, because you do have some negative stars like the conniving star that is within your chart as well. If you have it within the day, then you could be basically getting the prosperity or the help either directly from your spouse or from your peers or siblings. If you are looking at the dog within the hour, then great news for you, because you do have the prosperity star within your charts, right? If you are looking at that financial investment, there are chances and financial opportunities that you can capitalize on. But of course, like in any other financial investments, do make sure that you take into consideration the calculations as well, because we are not out of the woods yet from a general economy perspective. Then let's move on to take a look at where is the flying star palace for those with the dog within their charts. For those with the dog within their charts, they actually are within the northwest palace in the flying star chart. And in 2021, the northwest has the 7 accident, robbery and aggressive star. Therefore, it is crucial for you to protect yourself, okay, from injury, having that aggression. Of course, 7 can make you want to speak a little bit more, but with the conniving star in your chart, it's important to watch what you say and how you communicate with others as well. So I will talk a little bit more about the auspicious and inauspicious sectors in the next slide. Like I mentioned a little earlier, you can see that the 7 is in the northwest of the house. Okay, I'm talking about the sector or location. In next week's video, I'll show you how you can identify the sectors within your home. But here I'm talking about a location and not the direction that you're seated facing. Okay, location means either your bedroom, your main door, and how we will identify it. Click on the subscribe button and basically watch the video coming up next week. The other areas that you should be avoiding should be the southwest, which actually has the argumentative energies, the southeast, which has the misfortune energy, as well as the illness star, which is in the north in 2021. Spend maximum time in the auspicious sectors, and I'll cover that a little later on. Right now, let's take a look at those with the pig within their charts. Those with the pig within their charts comes in the 9th in terms of the animal race. Now let's look at why this is the case. Well, for those with the pig, this is the year where you only have the Voyager star. However, if you look at it from the career perspective, Voyager star in the olden times talks about traveling overseas, talks about working overseas, being on the road most of the time, getting very busy. However, if you look at Voyager star from today's new economy perspective, it could also mean traveling online to multiple different countries as well. So if you are active on social media or you have not really started, this is one good year where you can basically engage either with your followers or engage with potential clients by being more active on social media. From a business perspective, either in LinkedIn, from a social media perspective, do get onto YouTube, because videos are getting very popular nowadays, or live streaming if you would like to. The other thing, of course, in terms of looking with the Voyager star, is generally keeping very busy with overseas assignment. So if you're at work, this could be a year where you're given a lot of projects if you can't travel, where you have to deal a lot with overseas clients as well. So make good use of this great star, because it can help you further your career in 2021 as well. However, there are 2 negative stars. One is called the mourning star, the other one is the injury star. So especially if we talk about the flying star palace later on, for those born with a pig in their charts, do take care of your health, as well as preventing getting yourself into accidents or injury in the year 2021. So let's take a look at where the pig is within your chart and what it represents. If the pig is within the year, then you see that maybe there are more opportunities for overseas assignments within your bigger company or industry environment, or it could be your social circle of friends. A lot of them are either going online, doing social media, or traveling, or having more overseas assignment. So if you want to tap on those opportunities, remember to reach out to your social circle of friends or within your bigger company environment, because opportunities are only ready for those who are willing to step forward and take them. And if you are looking at it from the month, then great news, because it's directly related to your career. So you can get the opportunity either within your immediate department or asking your boss for it. Of course, you have to step up to plate and really want to take the responsibility. Nothing comes in this world free of charge and without you putting in the effort, because it's all about an exchange of energy, right? So if you're looking at the pick within the day, it could be maybe your spouse, your peers, having those opportunities. However, if it is within your day as well, with the injury star in your chart, I think it is crucial for you to be careful where you're spending your time, so that you can take care of your health. And from a mental perspective, just make sure that you stay on the positive outlook so that you do not get emotionally affected as well. And if you have the pick within your hour pillar itself, then it could mean that you are very active this year, going to different kinds of sports. That's great news for you. However, just be careful, because you do have the injury star within your charts. Let's take a look again at where the pick is within the flying star chart. You do have it in the Northwest Palace, which is similar to the dog that has got the number 7 accident and wealth loss star. Like I mentioned earlier, with the injury star within the pick's chart this year and your palace being in the Northwest with the 7, do take care and be very careful when you are doing any kind of activity, and it might be a good idea not to engage in any high risk kind of sports. So if you look at where you should avoid in terms of spending time, it will definitely be do not spend too much time in the Northwest sector or the location within your home or office. Do not spend too much time in the Southwest, which has the argumentative energies, the Southeast, which has misfortune, as well as the North, which has the illness star. And if you look at how you can boost your chances for all animal horoscopes, not just for those with the pick within their charts, is try to spend time in the West, which has the wealth star, in the center, which has the heaven luck, helpful people star, or what we call the execution star if you want to execute and implement things. And if you want to build good relationship, spend time in the East, which has the good relationship. And if you are in studies, it's good to spend time in the East as well as the South, which has the literacy as well as career success star. So I have already finished all 12 animal horoscopes within the year 2021 forecast. I hope you enjoy. Do watch out for the video that is coming up next week, where I'll share more how you can locate these auspicious and inauspicious sectors that I've been talking in every single episode in the coming week. See you the next time.